I have a confession to make.
What's this? These are my confessions.
I get hyperfixated on crunchy things. And right now, I have been hyperfixated on 2 fresh, crunchy salads. So one salad is my favorite way to make a cucumber salad. And I know like the viral cucumber salad.
I was going to sleep, but I'm craving an entire cucumber. This is how to make it. Slice the entire cucumber.
It was like trending not too long ago where people were cutting themselves to use the mandolin.
Little PSA, if you're gonna do the cucumber trend, be careful.
I see a lot of you guys cutting yourself with your mandolin, so this is a safe mandolin.
This is not that cucumber salad. This one you've probably made 100 times. I'm calling these chicken salads because it has chicken in it. 2 fresh salads that are crunchy, crisp, and also, I feel like since spring is upon us, a lot of us are looking at like fresh salads. I'm talking about the type of salad where you make like a very flavorful homemade dressing or store-bought if you prefer, and then you just chop up like fresh, crunchy vegetables. It has been my hyperfixation, and I've been eating these 2 salads for like the last week and a half. I think it'll just make a great addition to your spring and summer weather salads. So in this video, I am gonna show you 2 fresh, crunchy chicken salad recipes that I have been hyper fixated on, and a classic one towards the end. So stick around, you're not gonna wanna miss that. Here we go. So you'll want to take fresh broccoli. I'm only gonna use half to make a portion for myself today. And I'm just gonna snip this with my kitchen shears. It's easy, you can chop it. You could also blanch your broccoli, I'm not. Here I have snacking peppers that are gonna go in. 2 or 3 works for this portion. And I'm also going to chop some red onion. Honestly, the ratios of these ingredients are up to you. It's your salad. So here I have 2 heaping tablespoons of mayo, some sugar, and some MSG, that's optional, and some red wine vinegar, like a teaspoon or so. I'm gonna season with salt and pepper to taste. You'll wanna taste this and adjust to your preference. Here I have crushed red pepper flakes and give it a mix. Now in a bowl, I'm gonna add the broccoli and bell peppers. Here I'm gonna add some bacon, like a 1/4 cup. Here I have some cheddar cheese, onion, cranberries, those are dried cranberries, and sunflower seeds. And now for the dressing. And add as little or as much as you like. You can double the recipe for the dressing if you really like dressing, and just give it a mix. And you have just created a very tasty fresh broccoli salad, which is one of my favorites. Now let's turn this into a chicken salad with some rotisserie. I'm just gonna dice up one of the chicken breasts, and that goes in. And this is why I deem this a very crunchy, delicious chicken salad. It's just a different variation. Add the rest of the dressing, season, taste things, and you wanna make sure that you adjust seasonings and spices to your preference. Give that a mix, and this is ready. This is a great salad for one. This is the broccoli chicken salad that I have been like hyper fixated on, and you're about to experience some eating noises, so tune away if you don't want to hear it. Hyperfixation. So good. Like I said, adjust things to your preference. Okay, up next is the cucumber salad. So 1 English cucumber, and I'm just going to cut that into chunks. Now for the dressing, just use a jar with a lid. This is the one I'm using. I'm going to add several tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I'll give you something in the description below. I eyeballed this. Here I have Dijon mustard going in, like a teaspoon or so, and some honey to taste. Start with a teaspoon. Here, half of a lemon, the juice of half this lemon, and I'm gonna add some Italian herb blend. This is no salt. You don't have to add this, but it does taste good if you have it. And a couple glugs of olive oil. You could do equal parts balsamic vinegar to olive oil, it's up to you. Pinch of salt, and I'm gonna grate in some fresh garlic. And let me reiterate, salt and season things to your preference. So I'm gonna give this a shake. And once you shake it and emulsify it, give it a taste and adjust. Okay, so let's put this together. Cucumbers. Here I have some grape tomatoes. Red onion going in. Ratios are up to you. And this dressing, which I love, and I put it on practically anything if I can. Some cracked black pepper. And I have to have my red chili flakes. And here I'm squeezing more lemon juice and salt to taste. Now give it a mix, and you have a very delicious cucumber salad. It's my favorite. But I'm making this a chicken cucumber salad, so I'm adding chicken. Give it a mix, taste, adjust things to your preference, and dig in. It is so good. It's so perfect for spring, summer, winter, fall. I don't care. I eat this salad all the time. Cucumber, tomato, chicken salad? Is that what we're gonna call it? I don't know. But I have been making this, and it's so good. Next up, I'm going to show you a classic chicken salad sandwich that you probably had at a party or a baby shower. It's so good. Today, I felt like making chicken salad sandwiches, so let me show you how I made these. To start, I'm going to make the chicken. You definitely can use rotisserie, but I'm going to cook mine in the slow cooker, and I'm going to make this seasoning mix with onion powder, garlic powder. I'm going to add some salt. Probably like a teaspoon and a half. I'm sort of eyeballing things like I always do, and some cracked black pepper. Now, using rotisserie chicken from the grocery store makes this a lot easier and quicker, but I had a whole chicken that was thawed, and instead of boiling it, I'm going to cook it in my slow cooker. So I've given this a really good mix. Now I'm going to season a completely thawed 5-pound whole chicken. I season the heck out of it. I will link that in the description below or somewhere throughout the video. Okay, so this is going right into my slow cooker. And I am using an 8-quart slow cooker. The chicken fits well in that. I'm going to use the rest of the seasoning mix and just kind of season and sprinkle it all over the top of this chicken. And I'm going to plug this in because one time I started my slow cooker without plugging it in, cover with the lid. And I'm going to let this slow cook on a high heat setting for it's going to take 3 to 3.5 hours for this. It just depends how chilled the chicken is. And when it's done, it looks like this. And I know it doesn't have a lot of like that golden baked chicken, but essentially I would have boiled this anyway for chicken salad. So I think it comes out a lot more tender and moist in the slow cooker. Okay, so if you have time, you might be able to do that. So I'm going to carefully remove this, and I'm going to let this rest and cool on a baking sheet until I can sort of work with it because it's really hot right now. So today I'm only going to use the chicken breast for the chicken salad, but I'll use the rest in another recipe later. Take my kitchen shears and cut right down the breastbone, and I'm going to use the white meat from the chicken. You definitely can use the entire chicken for a big batch of chicken salad, but this is enough for today. So I'm going to take 1 celery stick, and I'm just going to give that a rough chop. These are seedless red grapes. And I'm just going to, again, give this a rough chop, slice down the middle. I'm also going to add some fresh parsley, maybe like a tablespoon or so of chopped parsley. And I'm going to start cutting up and chopping the chicken breast. Some people like shredded chicken meat. You definitely can do that. Do what you like. I like it chunky. So going into my large bowl. Okay, so this is going into my bowl. The chicken's ready. Now I'm going to add mayonnaise. Start with a 1/2 cup. Work your way up. It's to your preference, but I might add a little more. Here I have onion powder. Some cracked black pepper is going in. I'm just eyeballing this. Some Dijon mustard. Here I'm just going to start giving it a mix. And once you start mixing it, you'll be able to tell if you want more mayo, like I do. So I'm going to add some more. I also want to mention season and salt to your preference. Everything's chopped, it's going in. I've had this style of chicken salad where people add fresh tarragon. I don't add it, but you can. Also, scallions goes great. I'm adding some pecans. Sometimes I add walnuts, sometimes I add almonds. Today I have pecans. And I'll tell you what, I love the sweet and spicy pecans. It's like sweet, salty, and spicy pecans. I love adding those when I can find them, but today I just had some roasted pecans. Okay, give this a good mix, give it a taste, and essentially this is done. And this is what I'm having today for dinner. I like to make a batch of this and just make sandwiches out of mini croissant rolls. Here I have these. You could also just use white sandwich bread, and I'm gonna start building these sandwiches. Sometimes I add fresh lettuce. Today, it's just the chicken salad. And I'll just make a plate of these, cover it with cling film, and whoever wants a sandwich, they can get one right out of the fridge. But look at this. Whether you're making these for your next party, lunch, or dinner, they are so good. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.